This video will contain spoilers. A Working Man, universally negative ratings, directed by David Ayer. I watched it in cinema. Jason Statham, David Harbour, Michael Pena. The fact that two end of watch stars are in this film is, I don't like it because David Ayer directed that. Then he made Suicide Squad, which, yes, Suicide Squad was a terrible film, but according to him, it's the studio's fault, and I'm gonna side with him on that because with everything that happened with Justice League, they are very similar with, what happened with that and what David claims happened with Suicide Squad because he wanted to make a serious film and apparently Warner Brothers wanted to make a comedy. That is why the film was bad. But then he made Beekeeper, which it was a pretty decent action film. And then I had the based shit to it because it was the government that he was fighting. So it's because of that I wanted to watch this because it's the same director. I'm usually not a fan of Jason Statham. Like Transporter 1 was okay. Transporter 2 was forgettable. I didn't watch Transporter 3. Crank, I misunderstood. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll like it, but I doubt it. Mechanic was shit. I I didn't like Snatch, if I'm being honest. Um, I like Fast and Furious. I don't like Expendables. So really, for me, Fast and Furious is all he had going on for him. But even then, he's not in all of them. He's only in 7, 8. We don't talk about 9. Brief cameo in 10. Hobbs and Shaw. This film is kind of weird because it was based on a book, and then Sylvester Stallone wrote the script. Um, I find that weird. And then one of the first scenes in the film, a couple of guys, Jason Statham works in a construction yard, and a couple of like thugs start threatening one of the other construction guys, and Jason threatens them with a shotgun that is just mysteriously lying there. Like it was one of the most convenient things I've seen in the film. I feel like that scene only exists so that uh, Jenny can see Levin do that, and then Levin can say that line, oh, don't tell your parents, and so that they could pay that off at the end of the film when she says that to him. Usually, I like it when films and stuff like that do callbacks to a line that happens earlier in the film, but that was just shit. That was terrible. Speaking of the action, this goes for one particular scene that took place in a bar. Um, he was fighting people, and I could not see a single thing that happened because the cinematography of it sucked, which was weird because I don't remember Beekeeper having any bad cinematography. Maybe I was just wrapped up in how based it is that I didn't notice the flaws of Beekeeper, but I don't know. Like for this scene, the camera was shaking, it was moving, it was cutting. I don't remember where I was. I think I was talking about that fight. Um, it it was it should be used as like a lesson of what not to do. It's kind of like the way in Taken 2 and 3. They try and use like camera shakes and quick cuts and shit like that to try and cover the fact that Liam Neeson is in his 60s. But that's not necessary for this, because Jason Statham, yeah, he's getting up there in age, but he's like, he is a strong guy. Like, he's been doing this for a while, you know? So they don't need to do it for him. But they did. That's all I really have to say about it. Should you watch this film? Only if you are a Jason Statham fan. If you're not, don't. The Chosen, I don't understand. Okay, so they have deemed themselves a 9.2 out of 10. That's probably an audience thing, but I just find that funny. Universally positive ratings. I watched it on the Chosen app, starring Jesus. As far as I'm the only person in this that I know, like, the actor is Cheyenne Siobhan was in the show, which I find weird because this was just before he did Legends. The kind of weird history of the show, because I had heard of it because the first 2 episodes of season 4 were released in cinema, and I saw that they were playing it and I looked it up and thought, okay, even though I'm not a Christian, it does seem interesting. Like, I think it could be a good watch. And then I found out the CW has some sort of involvement in it. I don't know what it is though. And then I found out Angel made it. Like, the same people that made Sign of Freedom. I thought, hell yeah. But I didn't get around to watching it until now. And to be honest, I was very tired when I seen it. It was like sometime after midnight. And I also thought it was a good idea to have it play picture in picture while I play Boom Beach. So those 2 things meant that I wasn't really paying all that much attention, and when I was paying attention, I found it confusing. But there still were moments that I enjoyed. Like, there was one where I don't know who it is. I don't really know much about the Bible, to be honest with you. But there was someone, and he's some big, like, preacher or something, and he was telling a joke. I'm not gonna bother retelling the joke because there is nothing I can say to make it funny, but it was funny when he said it. Like, I don't remember the word for word, is what I mean. I forgot what I was gonna say now. I didn't. I don't understand, like, the whole thing of, there was a girl called Lily, I think her name was. But then Jesus called her Mary, and I'm assuming that she's Mary Magdalene. But then why did other people call her Lily? Maybe that's just because I wasn't paying attention, but it's. I do want to continue with the show. Preferably, I'd like to have the entire thing done by the time they release the Last Supper special in cinema, but that's not going to happen. I have another, like, 30 something episodes. This is currently the 29th of March, and the film drops on, like, the 10th of April, I think. That's all I've said. I just want to give a couple updates. Currently, I am on chapter 1 of the finale in Yakuza. So, hopefully somewhat soon, I will do the end review. Excuse me. There's no shows that I'm near done Uh, hopefully a comic review coming soon. But don't get your hopes up. I haven't read a book in a very, very, very long time. That's it. Also, one more cinema review coming this week, but that's it. Like, it's just been Working Man and another film. Let me just double check, see what's on today. Yeah, that's all there is.